I'm going to give you guys a little bit of backstory kind of on myself.
Okay.
If you don't know, I've been in this business about 10 years now. I'm about to turn 10 years old, which to me, in so many ways, feels mind blowing. It's gone so
Yeah.
fast, but then some years it feels so slow. Um, so the truth is, I got into real estate. I mean, truthfully, we were poor. We were very, very poor. We were on food stamps. We were on Medicaid. Our house was in foreclosure. We had a car repossessed. And I had 6 kids at the time, and I was pregnant with my seventh. And I knew that I had to do something if I was going to change our lives.
Right.
And so I studied for my real estate exam while homeschooling 6 kids and pregnant with my seventh. And I went and took my test when I believe he was about 8 weeks old. And I passed on my first try. I was blown away because I still think I don't remember most anything that happened when I had just had
Right.
a baby. But I passed my exam, and we got our 1099s yesterday. And I went back all the way back to 2016, and I looked at my 2015 1099. And that first year I had one closing. I made
Mhm.
$5,000 because I was legitimately terrified to tell anybody that I was a real estate agent. I didn't want somebody to ask me a question I didn't know the answer to. I was so anxious about like knowing the right answer and knowing how to help people. And so I really kept everything kind of to myself. Uh,
Mhm.
my second year, I sold 2 houses, and I think I made like $11,000 that year. And I remember that $11,000 pulled us out of food stamps. It pulled us, like, it just bumped us up. Well, now I was in a situation where we no longer got financial support from the state.
Right.
Um, and so, like, you have to figure something out, right?
Yep.
And I
Hmm.
remember all of the fees, all of the expenses were just adding up. And I remembered looking at my husband and just saying, like, I either have to do this or get out because
Yeah.
I can't afford to keep doing this. And it was at that point that I was like, I'm just going to go for it. I literally just was like, I'm just going to go for it. I started putting myself out there, marketing to people. And that next year, I believe my third year in business, I sold, it was like 20 something homes. And that really, truly changed our lives. It
Hmm.
launched me, it launched our family. And I really began to gain like a confidence in myself
Yep.
and believed that I could do this business.
Right.
And I'm coming off of, I mean, truthfully, like, of course, we kind of ebb and flow in this business.
Yep.
COVID was crazy, right? Like a lot
Yes.
of us, I don't even know how we survived those days. But I did very, very well financially in
Yep.
during COVID. Then 2023 was still pretty good. In 2024, the beginning of 2024 was pretty rough. Not
Yep.
gonna lie, a lot of us agents were like, what in the world? And it was at that
Happen.
point
Yeah.
I realized I had to pivot and change something.
Okay.
And that's when I really honed in on what do I do best? And that propelled my business that I sold twice what I had ever sold in my business in the 10
Oh
years.
wow.
So I'm
Nice.
coming off of what is truthfully one of the best years in real estate for me. But what
Okay.
I hear over and over again is the real estate industry is really hard right now. It is.
Yeah.
And the only way we're going to survive this, truthfully, is to just hone in on those skills that we're really good at and focus on how to keep moving forward. So that really is what's kind of pushed me into launching this community, launching my coaching business, and really guiding and helping other agents. If you hone in on what you're really good at and focus on those things and find the people to support you to be able to get there. So that's really what's really driven this whole community and the community idea of really helping us to stay focused on where are we going, how are we getting there. Um, so the goal of this community is we're going to have 1 to 2 calls like this a month.
Oh,
It's absolutely free, no charge for anybody to be involved here. And this is just a time for us to get together and talk about what are we seeing in the market right now? What's working? What's not working? What are rates looking like? What are people predicting they're going to be like? And I'm going to tell you, like every single time we get on one of these calls, it could be one way today and it'll be
yeah.
something else on Monday, right? So that's kind of like the framework of like what this community is and how I want to build things.